We have Mr. Manish Gupta here.
This is Manish, and I'm having almost 27 or 3 decades of experience into the technology and enterprise application development. And in entire my journey, I started my career with the fintech domain and the banking domain initially, then moved into publishing. Later, I started my own company called Society Connect, which I exited to no broker. And later, I joined a company called ANAROCK, group businesses. So there, I'm heading one of the vertical, which is into you can say commercial building management plus into white labeling solution plus you can say community management. So these are the 3 things that we are actually catering at the moment. Right, looking at this, my generally the role is on security side plus on the deployment side plus delivery. 3 things I'm taking care on a day-to-day basis. That's how I'm having a team of almost 100 odd people in the company at the moment on the tech side, which we are trying to increase the productivity of that as well at the moment. You can cut it a little later. No, this is something which I don't want to go outside. And yeah, and in last 2 to 3 years, or 3 or 4 years, we have converted our application from you can say from legacy to microservices. Right. That way, which was actually the need of the hour. We are still continuing on that. So that will take some point of time.
Fantastic. 3 decades is enormous, but yeah. So you have so much experience. So with that experience, like, what does build to scale mean to you?
Okay. So when you say build to scale, there are 2-3 things comes into picture. First of all, whatever you are developing for the ecosystem, whichever domain you are, I am into proptech and fintech. So fintech and proptech are generally very heavy data, which is there in the system. So to handle this, you have to create, because there are 3 things which comes into picture. One is the trust, because in financial domain or into proptech domain, if there is something which is not matching, it's a number game basically. So if something is not matching, your trust will go away. So trust is breaking into 2 situations. Either this is on the number, on something which is being attacked by someone. So to handle this, we are developing our applications in a way that this is segmented into 3 different buckets. One bucket is where my developers who should work into autonomous mode. I mean to say, when one developer is working, other should not be stuck idle, right? And that's where we come into a picture of micro frontends. So we created multiple micro frontends. So that's where my developers are totally free to work. But there were again challenges to that as well. So the moment you go into the micro frontend and you don't have any design system available, then every developer will do something at their end. So my suggestion on that side is your design system should also be there. So build to scale. So whatever you are doing from the beginning, your security system should also be intact. Security system should also be there. When I say security system, it is basically your data security, your you can say IAM security, and your network security. 3 things come into the picture against. So IAM level, if your role-based access management system is pretty much sorted, and secondary thing is on a network layer that is also sorted, then you will be able to create trust on this, and then you go to the SOC certification and SOC 2 type 1, type 2, whatever certification you want to do. ISO certification based on these parameters you will be able to do. So you have to take all 3 things together. One is your security, one is your autonomy to your what do we call your developers, and the third thing which comes into picture is IDP, which is your internal developer platform. So generally in most of the companies, what is happening, your developers are stuck into deployments and all. So not every developer should be focusing on that. Your DevOps team, they should prepare something for them, and they should simply be asking, can you give me this service, and they are ready to deploy. So if these 3 things are there, then you will be able to easily scale everything. That's what the build to scale means for me.
Understood. So like the answer you said leads to one thing called startups.
Correct.
So what advice you give to startup building digital native businesses?
Okay, so in terms of, when you ask something about a startup, how they should actually start, they should not think about everything in one go. First of all, whenever they are starting on any of the digital journey, whatever they are starting, whatever use case they are trying to solve, they should initially develop their what do we call GTM strategy that they should create, and their minimum viable product should be there. Okay, so until unless your MVP is there, you should not plan anything on your infra and all. Once your MVP is there, once your actual customers are giving you feedback on that, and then once you started developing something for one customers and all, then only you start discussing about your infra. But the one thing I'm again saying, that in today's era, once you are into AI and all, your developer will be developing everything using AI and stuff. So the security posture should be 100% great. So if your security posture is great, little later in your journey, this will not impact you, and you will be able to scale very easily. So that's what I wanted to say to that.
Perfect. So, general question about this event. What inspired you to attend this Digital Native Connect today?
So I was connecting with multiple people from IT 360, and I'm connected with them from last I think 1 year now. Since then, I'm seeing their events are more exciting all the time. And this time, when I saw the topics, the first is the cloud, which is the multi-cloud, because nobody is sure at the moment on that. I was also having a lot of doubts. Secondary thing is digital trust, which is about the cyber security, which is the most important, because wherever I'm going, and my clients who are basically from real estate, so their data is
everything is data, and they need security for their data.
So that's where this is imposing me. And the third thing is AI, which is something which is really required in today's era, how this AI is being implemented and what we can take out of all these things. So all these three topics are something which is a current affair, which was pulling me, and then they gave me a chance to as a panelist as well into one of the discussion. So that's what